Well, we've still got the same shonty camera setup, the lighting's still not great, and it's raining even heavier than it was before, which means it's time for another Rambling Book Club review. Now, this novel, much like Rebel Rising, is sort of presented as an accompany piece to Rogue One the movie, though, unfortunately, I don't think it does nearly as good a job. It's entirely set in the city of Jeddah during the early days of the Imperial occupation, and follows Churro and Base Malbus, but I don't really feel like their characters go through much of a story arc. They begin basically as they are in the movie, and end basically as they are in the movie, and I just don't feel like they've really gone through much of a journey or change. I suppose what I'm saying is that while Rebel Rising and Catalyst do a great job of explaining the motivation behind Krennic, Galen Erso, Jyn Erso, and Saw Gerrera, this novel here doesn't really feel like it does that at all. Don't get me wrong, there is some cool action scenes in the novel, and it was interesting to see the beginning occupation of the city of Jeddah and how it ramped up. I'm just saying that it didn't really make me care any more about the two main characters, and unlike the two other novels mentioned, when I went back and watched Rogue One, I didn't feel like it had given me much of a better understanding of the two main characters explored in this novel. And further, while I would suggest Catalyst and Rebel Rising to any Star Wars fan, even if they didn't enjoy Rogue One, because I think it would enhance the movie for them, I wouldn't suggest you read Guardians of the Whills unless you are a big fan of Rogue One, and more specifically, a fan of Base Malbus and Churro. It's just not going to give you the appreciation, and you're not going to appreciate it unless you already like them. I guess what I'm saying is that Catalyst and Rebel Rising are great novels in their own right and excellently written, whereas this one's more of pulp fiction, and you'll enjoy it as an accompanying piece, but you're not going to enjoy it in its own right. You might enjoy it as some light reading when you're in a waiting room or if you're on the bus, but you're not going to be excitedly waiting for the next chapter, wondering what happens next. And a bit of a minor gripe with the novel is it sets up a relationship with Saw Gerrera, Base Malbus, and Churro, which I just feel like when I was watching the movie, I never got the sense that there was this existing relationship. I don't know, maybe you did feel that there was a previous relationship there. I would be interested to know if you did, let me know in the comments, but whenever I watch Rogue One, I just don't get the sense of that, and even having read this novel and going back and watching the film again, I still don't really see it there. And so Guardians of the Whills, definitely not the best novel in the Star Wars franchise, but it's okay for some light reading. And so with all of that said and done, thanks for watching, and until next time, I have been and still am Grim Grindle. It is still Star Wars month, so stay tuned for more Star Wars videos, check out the Star Wars playlist, or join me in Twitter or our Discord below. As in the link below, the Discord's not down there. Check out the description. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Whills, does anyone else notice a startling resemblance between the shaman of the Whills and myself and my co-host? Isn't that weird? Maybe they're distant relatives or something.